What's up guys, SaneTree here and welcome back to Ileuad. Last time we constructed this beautiful facade of the Silver Rock Hotel behind me, and today I want to finish it. Last time we only did this part, and today I want to design the back wall and also the sides. What I did in between the episodes is just copy this section and paste it over on this side. The same goes for that wing of the building right here, but we have to do some changes to it because this window is in the wrong place. I want it to be in the center of this section and it's definitely off to the side. And also, yeah, we need to construct this portion of the wing right here, so we have quite a lot to do here. We also need to finish the wall right here, and I'm thinking of putting another window just here so the roof isn't all flat. And obviously, as I mentioned, we need to design this portion right here. It's the most important part, so I need to make sure I get this right. So before we start to design this back wall, let's construct these portions so we know what we are going for with the design. Obviously, for it to feel right, it needs to match what's going on the sides, because otherwise, well, it just wouldn't make sense. So yeah, let's jump straight to the building. And that's how, let's call it, the street section of the wall is looking like right now. It's just an extension of the design we have going on here. And to make it less boring, I indented this bit of the wall slightly and also made these two windows higher. And also, because of that, these two windows are one block higher up. That's just a simple thing to do, but it distorts this line that would be here otherwise very nicely indeed. And yeah, nothing else I think needs to be said about it apart from the obvious that we need to put all the detail we have here to this piece. I also did the side section and it's nothing really new, but it looks really nice. The only thing that I modified from the design we had going on the other side of the wing is that this middle section here has 3 windows, and because of that the arch here is slightly bigger. And also obviously we have the 3 windows in the roof. I had to space them out differently than on the other side. If I fly here, yeah, that's how it looks, but I don't think it really matters that much. It looks nice from this angle, and that's the important part. On the other side, this is the same design that we had at the front. The only thing that is different is that we have a river that flows under the building, and I don't really want to get rid of it. And what I thought we can do is maybe build like a canal. I don't know if you can call it a canal. Basically, we will build the hotel over the river. We will just construct some pillars and like arches going on like a 1 block above the water level. It will look, at least I hope it will look cool. If it doesn't, then we just cover it up and pretend that didn't happen. I want to show you one more thing before we move on to the next part of the structure, and it's how powerful the stair block really is in the game. Take our window design. We have this stair here that's upside down, and also the one above that's also upside down. And if we take that stair and turn it around, the whole dynamic of the window is changed. Like, it looks completely different. It's definitely more sharp and more aggressive even. And all we did is flip one stair around. And that is just how strong, how powerful these blocks really are in the game. And that's why you always hear us builders moaning about adding more of them to Minecraft, because just look how much you can do with one stair and with the positioning of it. So yeah, without those blocks, we wouldn't be able to put this much detail into the build we do right now. So what I want to do now is design this part of the back wall, and I want it to be different than what we had going on at the front. So I think I will start with something slightly similar to what we have going on here, and for now I will just construct some plain, let's say, background. So yeah, and that's I think maybe one more block. Yeah, I like it. So now what I'm thinking is maybe instead of this mix of the gray blocks here, although it's very, I love it, but maybe we'll do something different here. I want to utilize these blocks, these dark oak strip logs, slightly more. So maybe let's construct something like that, and maybe that's what we are looking for. I'm really not sure about that. It's very brown. It's very brown and very dark. You have to have in mind that this big portion of the structure will be very bright, because I want to use quartz here, just like I did at the front of the building. So we need to have more dark accents, and obviously the roof will be white. So yeah, we need to have more dark accents, and I think the side is the perfect place to put them, but I don't know if that's the block combination I want to use. So I think I will work on it a little more and see if this thing leads anywhere. And although it might not look very similar, this is what that concept you saw in the previous clip ultimately led to. We just have a plain wall made of dark oak stripped logs. You see, I'm getting better at it. Nothing too fancy, and also the same details we used throughout the whole hotel, let's say. I also worked on the main roof. The shape of it is really coming together, and you might wonder why there are some glass blocks, and I thought I would share this with you because I think that's quite interesting. Basically, I came across the same problem we had at the front of the building. I just thought the roof was too massive. So again, I decided to remove the most bottom arches, but I wasn't really sure if that's the best idea, and I worked a lot. I worked a really long time on the shape of it, and I didn't want to lose it. So I decided to use glass, which is obviously transparent, to see how the roof would look like without the most bottom layer, while still retaining its shape. I think after some polishing, this will definitely look better than what we had previously. Well, you didn't see it, but trust me, it is definitely a lot better. We have one more problem with it, and it's a big one, unfortunately, I think at least. Look at these triangular shapes here on the wings of the building. They really clash hard with the main roof, which is all like smooth oval shapes almost. I have no idea what to do with it. It makes the build feel like it was just two buildings crashed together, like somebody took two pieces, smashed them together, and this is what came out. And it's partially what it is, and I'm really not happy with it. I don't know what I will do with it. Maybe nothing. Maybe I can't come up with a solution to this problem. I guess I just have to wait a bit if something comes to mind. But yeah. I also did one thing to this roof. I added this strip here, and why it is an issue, I should probably explain why it is an issue. Here, looking at this structure here, it all looks perfectly. Like really, I love how this side came out, and we can't really do anything with it without changing the whole roof, and I really don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe it will stay like this. Maybe I have to rebuild the whole roof if it bugs me out too much. And I decided to not do anything with it, but rather come up with an excuse as of why this building looks like it looks. So let's say that this was a building built long time ago, but it got somehow ruined or something, and this section here was completely demolished, and the owners had to rebuild it, and they built it from scratch, and that's why it is so different to the other parts of the structure. I think it works, and it makes sense now that these two parts are completely different. But as you see, I've completed the design for our back wall, and it's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's grand, it looks magnificent almost, looking from this angle. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be. And there's not much to talk about it. I just made some huge windows so to achieve that feeling of something really epic almost. And the only part left to do is to copy this bit over to this side, and that's gonna be it for today's episode. I again underestimated how much time it will take me to construct this part. So yeah, we'll have to come back to build the details on this island here. I want to do like a hotel beach with some maybe, you know, umbrellas and all that stuff. I also want to do a terrace here, so we have a nice exit from the hotel to the beach. And obviously we have to do this canal thingy that I talked about some time ago. But for now, let's copy it over to the other side and take one final look at the structure finally completed. One other little thing I did is change the clay blocks here for the wood, but I don't think it works, so I'll just go back to the previous design. And that is the hotel finished. Well, it floats slightly, and it has no terrace and no things on the beach, but we can work on that in the future. The main structure is done, so I declare the building done for now. I copied the side to the other side, yeah, the side to the side, and now that I look at the building, the triangular bits aren't that much of an issue. The fact that this is the same thing on both sides of the building mean that it really looks complete now. It didn't really look that great before, but now it all really fits, I think. So yeah, that's here definitely to stay. I'm really glad how it came out. This is more or less what I envisioned this building to be. And obviously we will continue to work on it in the future. Probably not next episode, but we will certainly come back to it to finish all the details, add the terrace and also the hotel beach. From the other angle it looks like that. As I said, I reverted the change here, and also I modified the garden a bit. Now it's a lot cleaner. I didn't like the grass texture. Unfortunately this means that I can't put any flowers on the bottom, but I think it still looks better than it looked before, so yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with here. And that's gonna be it for today's episode. This is how the city looks like from the sky. For now it's a lot of empty space here still, but it really starts to look like something now that we have our third building, and it's quite a big one. So if you liked the video, then please share it with your friends, with your family, and I don't know, with your dog or whatever. This would help me out a lot as I'm still starting my whole journey here on YouTube. And also what would help me is you leaving the like if you liked what I did here. And also if you want to see more of my videos, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. And remember, There is no such thing as bad creativity. See you next time.